Hello everyone, it is your friend, Godzilla 1985 here, and welcome to a brand new video. I know this is quite a shock that, wow, I finally uploaded something, but the explanation as to why I haven't uploaded, well, the short answer has been lack of motivation, busy with school, and how YouTube itself has changed as a platform. However, I just really wanted to make this video for you guys and for myself. But today, you all saw the thumbnail and title. Today, I will be sharing my thoughts and experiences on the masterpiece that is Godzilla Minus One. Spoiler warning, there will be spoilers, so if you haven't watched Minus One yet, click off the video. And now, onto the review. Godzilla Minus One was released in Japan on November 3rd, 2023, aka what we Godzilla fans call G-Day, as it is Godzilla's anniversary day, as the original was released on the same day in 1954. The 2023 movie was then released in America on December 1st. Just to get to the point, Godzilla Minus One, it's a masterpiece. Easily the best movie of 2023 for me, and probably one of the best Godzilla movies I've ever seen, if not the best. The movie's plot, characters, visual effects, and messages are just so strong in this film. It's honestly hard to believe that this movie cost less than $15 million. Now, just a little warning, I'm not too good at explaining things in voice sometimes, so take this plot description with a grain of salt, but I'm gonna try my best. The plot revolves around a failed kamikaze pilot, Shikishima, in the aftermath of the Second World War, who abandoned his duty and has to deal with the scars of his past after witnessing a pre-mutated Godzilla kill all but one of the plane mechanics' garrison. He is trying to build a better future with a woman and a baby who find a way to enter his life, the woman being Noriko and the child being Akiko. But as Shikishima is rebuilding his life, Godzilla, now fully mutated, emerges and brings his reign of terror to Japan, which is at its lowest point after the war. It's up to Shikishima and a group of war veterans to stop Godzilla and save the already weakened Japan with a plan that was a very clever and unique way to try and kill Godzilla, and the ending is just a happy note that could make you cry. Well, it did for me at the most. The movie is just so strong with how it's trying to tell us what happened to Japan after the war, how the bombings really affected Japan. It was really at a 0 point, which led to Godzilla bringing it to -1. Godzilla himself, oh boy, where do I start with him? First, his design. At first, I didn't like the design because it was just a remodified version of the ride design, but now I think it's one of the best designs ever. The thing that does it for me is the face and how they did Godzilla's eyes. They always just look so evil when you look into them. Whenever there's a close up of his face, especially during the boat chase scene, it's like Jaws, but I think scarier. When you look into Godzilla's eyes, the only thing they say to you is, "Oh, I'm gonna kill you." This movie really wants you to hate Godzilla and makes you hope that they can defeat him. Godzilla's dorsal plates. I love how big and spiky they are, but if I saw someone firmly grabbing the SH Montour's figure for this guy, it's like looking at someone jumping onto a pile of Legos. Those spines are really sharp. The atomic breath, also known in the film as the heat ray, this is one of the most powerful incarnations of Godzilla's beam we've ever seen. This thing is basically a nuclear bomb with a shockwave and mushroom cloud when fired. The charge up for the beam is a very unique style, with the dorsal plates shooting outwards and just all of them shooting back into Godzilla's body like a shotgun. It's just incredible. Also, the human characters, they are all great. They are all great and very strong. I love all their motivations. I love all their personalities. I love all their struggles. I just love their story. How they deal with Godzilla, how Shikishima deals with his PTSD. It's just incredible. I just love all the characters. This is a great movie. Not just a great Godzilla movie, but just a great movie. I would highly suggest someone to go see this movie, even though it'll probably be done with its theatrical release soon. When it does come to digital, just watch it. Watch this movie. It's just so good. I can't really put it into words without rambling. So this is an 11 out of 10 must-watch movie. Onto my personal experience watching this movie. The circumstances for me watching the movie were a bit different. To put it briefly, without diving too much into my life story, from September to mid December, I was studying abroad in the UK, and I had to wait until the 15th of December to see it for the first time due to, the releasing schedule. And man, I'll tell you, it was one of the, if not the best movie experiences of my life. I did my best to keep myself spoiler free after it was released in America, and it was so worth it. I went with some of my friends who were also interested and excited to see it with how good the reviews were, and they just loved it. Hearing the grand music and all the Godzilla roars was just a chill to my body every single time, especially during the final battle when the classic Akira Ifubuke's Godzilla suite started playing. I loved it. I was on the edge of my seat whenever Godzilla was on screen, and by the time the movie was over, I was just speechless for like over an hour. It was intense. Another thing that this movie actually did to me, it made me cry like nearly 3 times. Some people may think, "Oh, you're being a baby about a monster movie," but no, it made me cry for like the humans. It wasn't even the Godzilla stuff. It was the humans' story. The first time I cried was after the Ginza attack when Akiko was asking for where her mother was, and then she just began to cry. Not only is it just a sad and powerful scene, but that small little scene made me remember the hospital scene in the original Godzilla where the little girl is crying for her mother to wake up. The callback just hit me hard in the gut. The second time I started to cry was during the ending, during the last quote of the movie, where it's revealed that Noriko survived the atomic breath scene, and she then asks Shikishima, quote, "Is your war finally over?" End quote. That one just broke me again as I just started to tear up. It was very emotional and watching how these characters' stories conclude. It was just great. Finally, the third time was during the ending of the end credits. You start to hear Godzilla's footsteps as each one gets louder and louder and louder until you finally hear Godzilla's almighty roar. The callback for that one is how the original Godzilla started with the foot stomps and then the roar. I started to tear up, but I managed to stop as me and my friends started to walk out of the theater and just talked about how great the movie was. Just a little quick note. I want to thank my friends for making that night one of the best of my life. We had just gone through finals. I had gotten through a really bad sickness, and once we saw that film, it really felt rewarding to do one last group activity before we went home to America. So I thank you, my friends. Before I end the video, I just want to mention my friend Godzillaguy. We met at G-Fest in 2022, along with another friend of mine. Shout out to him, by the way. Both of them are great. I just want to shout out Godzillaguy's channel. He makes great and interesting Godzilla content. Please go subscribe to him. The link will be in the description. Just please subscribe to Godzillaguy. With that, this brings us to the conclusion of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed the review. Let me know in the comments what your thoughts on the movie are, but just make sure they are also spoiler-free, and be nice to others who have not seen it. Sorry if this review was a little cringy, by the way. With that, please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you guys for watching, and remember to stand proud, G-fans. Godzilla out.